Passing through the veil of mystery, seeking answers no one is brave to ask. This is Bound to Truth.
Hey everybody, good evening. Welcome to Bound to Truth. I'm Chris Lopez. Hope everyone's having a great day. So, been a little bit out of commission last 3 weeks, I would say. Just been busy. A lot going on this last month with jury duty, which was very long. But I made some money from it because of how far the place was. So, got some gas mileage for it. Took the motorcycle for a run. So, I actually made money from it, which was pretty cool. Anyways, been a little bit out of commission. Just need a really big break. And I did a lot of podcasting episodes in July. Started slowing down a bit in August. And been doing a lot of soul searching with myself, trying to connect to make sure here and here are in line. And and how do I say this? I didn't want to just be consistently putting episodes out there just for entertainment purposes only. I'm about seeking truth. I'm about putting that out there and being educated, being informed to do justice for everybody out there in regards to what I'm doing, what I'm talking about with my guests. My heart's been a little bit burnt out, and so that's why I knew I needed to take a little bit of a break, which I did. And I'm still going to take a little bit of a longer break. And I'll share those reasons why. First off, number one, I'll be working on a new documentary film. It's my first, I wouldn't say solo documentary. I don't want to say solo. Xander and John are part of this. It's part of the Supernatural Alliance Society, accordance with Bound to Truth. But when I say it's my first one, because I'm going to be by myself, I'm actually going to meet Randy Bauer in Minnesota this Saturday, actually this weekend. So I'll be flying up on Saturday to Minnesota. Never been that far from the West Coast before, so it's going to be definitely new territory for me. And the purpose of what I'm doing on that is, if you've listened to episodes of him regarding his Bigfoot experience, it's not just the typical I've seen Bigfoot here and there. It's the stuff he leaves outside, the mind speak he's had in conversations with them. And it's a pretty massive property. And he's got a special spot for me to be at where a lot of this activity happens. So I know a lot of people ask me, am I nervous? How do I feel? All that stuff, and, I'm excited. And as of right now, I don't know where I'm at with it because I haven't started yet, and do I know what I'm doing? No, this is my first time doing a solo mission and really hope to do justice to Xander and John, and obviously importantly to you guys out there who listen to the podcast, who's watched our films. And I'm not sure what to expect. I've played with it in my mind many times in regards to what I may feel, how I feel. I may feel really extraordinarily excited if I experience something, maybe not as much. I have no idea. I have no idea. I believe in it. I definitely do. But I don't have any clue what to expect emotionally from it. Or if I experience anything at all. So, but I am excited to hang out with Randy and to hang out to hear his story even more face to face. And really going to put the pedal to the metal in regards to his experiences, conversations, and really kind of go depth in history and respect to him, and also be as very unbiased as much as possible in regards to his claims, his experiences. He's been on, TV shows as property. He's been in books with Mike Quast, who I've had as a guest episode. And so, yeah, this is going to be something for the books. We'll see. This will be interesting. And regardless of what happens, extraordinary or not, I can say I did it. I can say that I went out and tried it. I know I've done a lot of ghost hunting, paranormal investigating, with John and Xander locally here in Washington. There's a lot here. There's a lot of history, a lot of things, especially with Bigfoot too as well. People might ask, well, why you go into Minnesota when you've got Bigfoot in the backyard? Well, Randy's got a very special property with a lot of extraordinary stuff. And so I think it's worth investigating. They call him the Skinwalker Ranch of Bigfoot. And I want to put that to the test and really see what comes from it. I don't know what to expect. I don't know what to see. You shared before that they don't like to be filmed. So I'm going to talk to Randy more about what equipment I can bring that is considered, respectful to these entities, and go from there and really do that and so forth. So, yeah. So I'll be heading out there Saturday, and then I'll be coming back Wednesday night. And then I'll have the last 2 days off during the week to really recoup and process whatever experiences I may have with it. So yeah, it'll be interesting. I don't know what to feel. I'm not sure what to experience. I've been a bit jaded. There's a lot of, stuff, I'm not sure if everybody out there's heard there's going to be a new UAP hearing coming up September 9th while I'm out there in Minnesota. And I'm hoping that next podcast will be about that and really break that down. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of other podcasters and YouTube influencers who are going to be talking about that, which is going to be highly expected. And as it should. My intention with it is to really just make it very informative and share my thoughts and have you guys collaborate as a think tank with me and really get your opinion or maybe just shock of what's going on. But I'm a bit tired. I've been doing a lot of soul searching in my life, really connecting more with God, Christ. Had a great visit with my mom down here or up here in Washington. I keep seeing down there because California. And it was awesome. It was the first time I actually, I took her to church, Catholic church on Sunday. And I kind of joke and say, well, hopefully my skin doesn't burn. And so far it didn't. I'm still alive. My face and everything's intact. The only thing is I'm getting a lot of mosquito bites up here, which is, gosh, I would say the worst mosquitoes ever this summer. But we had a great conversation and a shout out to my mother. And I love her very much. And, it's something I really need to soul search and focus. And after I do this documentary film or this journey out there, I'm still debating if I'm going to take another 2 or 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks off to do another podcast, depending where I'm at. Like I said, I want to make sure that I'm getting myself right mentally, spiritually, that I focus, that my foundation doesn't have any more cracks that I've already gone through this summer. It's been a lot. That's just life. That's just being a human being, right? And so I want to make sure that I'm not going out on the field injured in this game of life. And also, in addition to that, is also not to be, too sidelined. And what I mean by that is where that I don't go back out and not, do the things and journey that I like to do. Like I said, I have to really look at my intentions at times. Like I said, I have good intentions, I have great intentions, but sometimes that can change just depending on life and habits. And when I started this podcast, this has been more of a, something I love subject wise when it comes to all the stuff paranormal, supernatural, and it's been great. And sometimes, down the road, it feels like a job that I don't get paid for, and that's not right. Don't say about the paid for part. I'm talking about where it loses its flavor, and I want to make sure that um, I recenter myself to make sure that I have that passion refueled and putting it back out there, you guys. And I share this with John and Xander a bit, and they've been very supportive, loving guys. Love those guys very much. One thing I am bummed out though is not gonna see the sheep watchers because they're out and about, and I try to make time to do that and work with the schedule and so forth because I want to meet not just Randy but them. But shout out to sheep watchers, love you guys. Ladies are wonderful, just classy ladies with a bit of sauce, like sassy. I love it. But I'm not going to be too long on this video. Just wanted to really kind of just connect with everybody out there and those who may say, well, it's been a while. What's going on, Chris? There's not been TikTok videos. I just need to recharge my batteries. I've been tired and just need to take care of personal stuff. Just need to take care of myself because if I can't love and take care of myself, I can't love and do the things I can do to bring the passion and the knowledge and my thought process to you all there. So as you can see, I'm not even wearing a cool shirt. I'm wearing a white undershirt from work. That's how like I've been. So, and I'm still doing some work with questions with to ask Randy and researching the area of the property and the history as well, and to see if I can come up with so many dots and theories behind it. Is there a vortex behind there? What's is it there government facilities or creating things? I have no idea. I can go on forever with theories about things, what ifs and that's and so forth. That's a journey. That's a fun thing about OCD. I had a therapist who tell me what I love said, if ifs and buts were candies and nuts, and every day would be Christmas, and I love that. So what ifs this, but what about that, but this, but that, like I said, it's not just about just doing the journey about the Bigfoot, going to Minnesota. And as I said before, it's about establishing relationships with people in common with our passions and what we've experienced. And I'm really excited to get to really know Randy and his family and his livelihood and his journeys and just what makes him. And I'm really, in addition to the Bigfoot, I'm really looking forward to that because he's a great guy. He's got a lot of heart. He's got a lot of energy. Definitely talks more than I do, which is great because he's got a lot to say. I don't blame him. He talks a lot because he's got a lot to say because of his experiences. So one thing I ask from everybody out there is thoughts and prayers. This property is huge, lots of acres. And again, people ask me, am I nervous? Like I said before, am I this and that? Won't know until I get there. I will not know until I get there. I just won't until I experience it. All I can say is like, well, I'll let you know when I'm there. I'll let you know what I experience when I come back, what my thoughts and feelings and conclusions are, if any conclusions from this trip. But yeah, it's been one hell of a journey. Not just in the paranormal world, not just in the podcast, not just with the investigations of the supernatural realm, just in life in general. I'm hoping to have a rebirth in how I look at things, a rebirth in God, through Christ, to really enjoy things in a different light, in a different lens of what I see. It's just like trying to really remake yourself and just renew yourself to enhance who we are as people. Because at times I've gotten bitter, tired of the same routine, this and that. But Chris, you have OCD. Routines are great. Yeah, it is. But I also like to challenge myself too, and not stick in a routine where it's just that's it. This is life, and that's not right. So I'm trying to look to reinvent myself, but not reinvent myself in a way that I want to reinvent myself, but the way that God made me to be, to really allow and let go. And it's a day by day, moment and moment thing. Now, I'm not here trying to preach and be religious because religion's dogmatic. I'm talking about a relationship with God. I'm really just trying to let go and keep it simple, one day at a time. Love one moment at a time. Love myself in healthy ways the way God loves me. And so I can love others. That's a journey. That's supernatural. Let my heart become softer to make sure that I embrace that child part of me that I remember. I know I'm going pretty deep, getting pretty serious, but I wanted to really put myself out there. I've debated about doing this part and sharing this depth, but I think it's healthy and hopefully, it'll inspire people. Maybe you're going through that too. With we all have different circumstances in life and different changes and moments, right? But like with people experience things in the supernatural realm that are afraid to talk. Some people out there, maybe most, are afraid to talk about personally what's going on because they don't want to seem weak or seem vulnerable. And it's okay to be vulnerable. Weakness is also strength because it shows you're human. Like my therapist said before in the past, welcome to being a human being. And that's a beautiful thing. All right, everybody. I'm going to sign off. God bless. You know where to reach me. You know how to follow me. And again, see you on the other side. Good night.